Washington Lee. And Paul the Sixth. Meet today on It's Academic. Hello, everybody. I'm Hillary Howard. This is the opening round. You know how it works. Each team begins with 100 points. 10 up for a right answer, 10 down for a wrong answer. Contestants in the studio don't see what you do on the screens at home. Let's begin. All answers start with the letter P. Urdu is an official language of this. Washington Lee.
Pakistan.
Pakistan is it. These are your largest salivary glands. Rockville.
Pituitary glands?
Answer?
Pituitary?
No, parotid. In 1961, the U.S. aided in the invasion of this Cuban bay. Rockville.
Pig.
Yes. This is the real name of the author O. Henry. Rockville.
Porter.
Yes.
Porter?
Yes, starting with P. The first name of this 17th century mathematician was Blaise. Washington Lee.
Pascal.
You're right. The first female U.S. cabinet secretary, she was...
Perkins.
Yes, Rockville. This ancient Greek historian wrote Parallel... Rockville?
Parallel Lives is...
In 3, 2, 1, the answer
Hercules.
is... Nope, Plutarch, good guess. In a popular tongue twister, he picked a peck of pickled Paul,
Peter Piper?
Yeah, that's it. And that's the end of the round.
It's Academic with Hillary Howard. Now in its 58th season. And for 50 years, proudly sponsored by Giant.
Hello, everybody. We are so glad you decided to spend part of your Saturday morning with us. It is time to meet the teams here on It's Academic. We begin with Rockville High School. From where else? Rockville, Maryland. And first, we get to greet Camilla. How you doing?
Hi, I'm Camilla Radin. I'm a 16-year-old junior at Rockville High School, as you already know, and I'd like to thank our alternate, Jarrett.
All righty. Hello, Jack.
Hello
Are you going to
there,
rap
Hillary.
for us?
I
You rapped for us earlier.
I'm Jack Sobel. I am a 17-year-old senior, and in addition to thanking our wonderful coach and assistant coach for preparing us, you'll see them later, I would also like to recognize in the crowd the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jet Lee. He was our captain last year.
Yay, Jet. Woo! All right, Xander, how you doing?
Hi, I'm Xander Langsom. I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank all our friends and family for coming out to support us.
All right, guys. Farm or seminary? You won't have to choose if you find hidden here the name of what American who invented the telegraph and developed a code to use it with?
Morse.
Morse is right. Which two of these words can be classified as synonyms?
Similar and analogous.
Similar and analogous.
Yes. The Steadfast Man. This phrase titles a biography of what patron saint of Ireland credited with driving all the snakes out of the country.
I think so.
Patrick.
Yes. Oil, automobiles, dairy products. Which one of these is a major export of Japan?
Automobiles.
Automobiles.
Yes. All human wisdom is summed up in 2 words, wait and. To complete this observation from Alexander Dumas, add what quality left in Pandora's box after all the evils had escaped?
Hope.
Hope it is. Rockville, nice. 210 points. From Arlington, Virginia, Washington Lee High School. Duncan, what's going on?
Hi, I'm Duncan. I'm a 16-year-old junior, and I would like to thank our friends and family for coming out to support us.
Very good. Hello, Nikki.
Hi, I'm Nikki Palmer. I'm a 17-year-old senior at Washington Lee, and I'd like to thank our coaches, Miss Cher and Miss Sotomayor.
All righty. And Miles, how you doing?
Hi, I'm a 17-year-old senior at Washington Lee, and I'd like to thank all of our It's Academic Club members and our alternate, Michael, for coming out to support us.
All right, gentlemen. Eiffel on your list. The Eiffel Tower belongs on any list of great structures, but hidden within this phrase is what kind of crime that's more serious than a misdemeanor?
Felony?
Yeah. Of these 4 words, which 2 would be classified as synonyms?
Kindness and benevolence?
You are right. Mine eyes have seen the glory. This phrase titles a biography of Julia Ward Howe, author of what hymn that became a Union anthem during the Civil War? Answer? In 3,
Star
2.
Spangled Banner?
No, good guess. Battle Hymn of the Republic. Catacombs, aqueducts, minarets. Which of these were structures built by the ancient Romans to carry water to city and towns?
Aqueducts?
Correct. Courtesy is the true alchemy, turning to blank all it touches. To complete these words from novelist George Meredith, add what metal whose symbol is AU. Gold it is. Washington lead, 200 points. From Fairfax, Virginia, Paul VI. Hey, Joey, what's going on?
Hi, I'm Joseph Hess, a 15-year-old sophomore at Paul VI Catholic High School, and I'd like to thank the faculty and student body for supporting our team.
Wonderful. Bethany.
Hi, I'm Bethany. I'm a 15-year-old sophomore at Paul VI, and I'd like to thank our alternates, Daria, Alex, and Drew, for coming out to support us.
All righty, and Noah.
Hi, I'm Noah. I'm a 15-year-old sophomore at Paul VI, and I'd like to thank our friends and family for coming out to support us today.
All righty. Hopscotch I learned. You can skip to 20 points if you find in this phrase the name of what South American country where Santiago is capital?
Chile.
Chile is right. Of these four words, which two are synonyms? Answer? In three.
Reprove and exclaim.
Reprove and censure. No, sorry. The story of my life. These words title the autobiography of what American woman who overcame both deafness and blindness to become a renowned author and speaker?
Helen Keller.
Yeah. Measles, yellow fever, diphtheria. Army Dr. Walter Reed helped bring which of these diseases under control by proving it's transmitted by mosquitoes?
Yellow fever.
Yes. With shoulders like the blank. This phrase from an American writer can be completed by naming what ancient Greek temple on the Acropolis?
The Parthenon.
Yes, it is. Nice. Paul VI with 190 points. That's the end of the round, and we'll be right back.
People aren't talking about how Giant's delicious Nature's Promise turkey is free from antibiotics. They're not talking about our easy grab-and-go chicken wing trays, or that our sustainable shrimp wrapped in prosciutto makes the perfect appetizer. They're also not talking about our delicious spiral ham glazed with real honey. They're not talking because they're eating. Oh, hello. That looks so good. At Giant, it's the little things that make mealtime easy, leaving more time for those closest to you during the holidays.
Get out of the house and into the magic of Zoo Lights. Admission is free.
Tonight at 7 p.m., join Coach Jay Gruden, Redskins great Chris Cooley, and the voice of the Redskins, Larry Michael, for the Coaches Show, presented by Koch Industries. The action starts tonight at 7 p.m., only on NBC4, your official Redskins television station.
Sounds of bossa nova from the Landon School Faculty Jazz Band. That deserves another round of applause. Well, today's contestants will receive passes to the Phillips Collection and the book Over the Line, The Life of Art of Jacob Lawrence. America's first museum of modern art, the Phillips Collection includes 30 panels from the Migration series by this artist, and it's located near DuPont Circle in Washington. While there at the Phillips Collection, please head to our Facebook page and like us. Time for the picture perfect round, but before we begin, let's recap the scores. Rockville 210, Washington Lee 200, Paul the 6th 190. Questions in this round are worth 20 points, up or down. After the Spanish-American War, cigar boxes were decorated with pictures of Admiral Dewey celebrating his victory in what naval? Rockville?
Manila Bay.
Yes, you're right. Tidy name. Please rearrange the letters in this tidy anagram.
Dynamite.
Yes, Rockville?
Dynamite.
It is dynamite. This statue of a runner is from what ancient Greek city? Paul?
Marathon.
I know we're going for Sparta, whose rulers included Leonidas. Given this right triangle, what is Rockville?
No, it's
13.
Answer?
5.
Yes.
Yeah, good job, sorry.
This vase pictures Typhon, the monster allegedly imprisoned under what? Washington Lee. Answer?
Mount Olympus.
No, Mount Etna. Nice try. The 1937 Hindenburg explosion was due to a spark igniting what gas? Washington Lee?
Hydrogen.
Yeah, that's it. In 1961, a Soviet magazine ran this cover picture to celebrate what first cosmonaut? Washington Lee?
Yuri Gagarin.
You've got it. Attributed to Rembrandt. This writer is from what Eastern European country? Washington Lee? Answer? In 3?
Poland.
Yep, it's Poland. Nice job. That's the end of the round. We'll be right back.
When we say Weather Alert Day, we're alerting you earlier on every one of your screens.
Let's take a look at Storm Team 4 radar.
Utilizing our one-of-a-kind radar, keeping you ahead of the storm. Constantly updating whenever you need us until the threat is over. So when you see this image, Storm Team 4 is working for you.
People aren't talking about how Giant's delicious Nature's Promise turkey is free from antibiotics. They're not talking about our easy grab-and-go chicken wing trays, or that our sustainable shrimp wrapped in prosciutto makes the perfect appetizer. They're also not talking about our delicious spiral ham glazed with real honey. They're not talking because they're eating. Oh, hello. That looks so good. At Giant, it's the little things that make mealtime easy, leaving more time for those closest to you during the holidays.
I'm Pat Lawson Muse. This week on News for Your Sunday, staying healthy physically and mentally. Good advice from medical experts on avoiding weight gain, injuries, and the holiday blues. Sunday morning at 5:30 on NBC4.
Welcome back. These teams are good, and they get help from the faculty and coaches to be this good. So let's meet them. We start with Rockville High School. Jack, who's the esteemed group behind you?
Well, right here to my right is our head coach, Dr. David Goodrich. Right behind us is our wonderful school principal, Mrs. Billie Jean Benson. And to my left is our jubilant assistant coach, Mr. Mike Smith.
Jubilant. I like that. Thanks for being here, guys. From Washington Lee, Nikki, the 3 behind you.
On my right is our math teacher, Miss Scher. Behind me is our IB coordinator, Miss Cantor. And on my left is our biology teacher, Miss Sotomayor.
Awesome. Nice to have you guys here. And from Paul the 6th, Bethany, the crowd behind you.
Behind me to my right is our head of school, Mrs. Caldwell. Directly behind me is our Dean of Academics, Mrs. Campagna. And behind me to my right is our coach, Dr. Roz Mitchell.
Really nice to have you guys. And so we begin the packet round. We have these 3 lovely packets here. Rockville will answer questions from one of them first. Washington Lee gets to choose which packet it's going to be. Washington Lee.
Packet 3.
Packet 3. There are 8 questions in this lovely white envelope, and 25-point bonus if you get them all right. The Patriots' bell tower is part of what Pennsylvania site where the Continental Army suffered a harsh winter?
Valley Forge.
Yeah. Using DNA, scientists have now discovered that chickens are related to what kind of huge meat-eating dinosaur, one of whom snacked on people in Jurassic Park?
Defer.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
It is Tyrannosaurus Rex, yes. Solar energy is an important concern today, but in classical mythology, it was the concern of what mythical god of the sun?
Helios.
Yeah. Helios.
Yes, Helios. Science. The Russian scientist Mendeleev is noted for his work on which of these?
Periodic table.
Correct. In 2007, Chris Warner became the first person from Maryland to climb both Mount Everest and what's second highest mountain in the world?
K2.
K2 is right. Many theaters are built in the round, but what was the round name of the octagonal theater where Shakespeare's plays were originally performed?
Globe.
It was the Globe. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression.
4.
4 is correct. The horses the Spanish brought to Florida became the most prized possessions of what Florida Indians, whose leaders later included Osceola?
Seminoles.
25-point bonus for Rockville High School. All right. Washington Lee is up. Paul VI, packet 1 or 2?
Packet 2, please.
Packet 2. In descending order we go. In 1893, Queen Liliuokalani was overthrown by the sugar planters in what Pacific Island group, now part of the U.S.?
Hawaii?
Yes. Most chronicles discuss events on Earth, but Ray Bradbury's chronicles took place on what planet fourth from the sun?
Mars?
Mars is right. According to some estimates, over 40% of Americans are descended from immigrants who entered this country through what island in New York Harbor?
Ellis Island?
Yes. Science question. Which of these is an instrument often displayed in museums and used to illustrate the daily rotation of the Earth?
The middle one?
Yes, the Foucault pendulum, correct. The 1840s belief that the United States was naturally supposed to reach the Pacific Ocean was given what two-word name?
Manifest Destiny?
You're right. A movie titled Prospero's Books was based on what Shakespeare play with a stormy title and a central character named Prospero?
The Tempest?
It was The Tempest. Here's your math question. What is the value of this expression?
39.
You're right. When General Eisenhower became Army Chief of Staff in 1945, he succeeded what other general who later became Secretary of State and introduced the European Recovery Program that bears his name?
Marshall?
Second 25-point bonus. Well done, Washington Lee. Packet number 1 for Paul VI. George Washington was already president when the states ratified what initial group of 10 amendments to the Constitution?
The Bill of Rights?
Yeah. We usually associate Noah with the dove, but he also released what other bird that didn't return to the ark, but did show up to croak nevermore in a poem by Poe?
The Raven.
Yeah. During the Civil War, the Union Navy pursued a Confederate ship all the way to what huge rock monolith at the entrance to the Mediterranean Sea? Answer?
Stonehenge?
No, Gibraltar. Here's your science question. If the mass of a body increases, its inertia will do which of these?
Increase?
Yes. Starting in the far north and extending south to Kazakhstan, what mountain range is usually considered the boundary between Europe and Asia?
The Ural?
Yes. Where the Past Begins is the recently published memoir of what author of the Joy Luck Club?
Amy Tan?
Yeah, that's it. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as an integer.
1.
Yes. Across the Bering Strait from Siberia is an Alaskan peninsula named for what Secretary of State who purchased Alaska?
Seward.
It was Seward. Nice job, Paul. There's 6. 310 points. We're coming back for the grab bag.
This is a fight. Not to the finish, but to the beginning. A fight that can only be won if we stand together for one cause. Him. Expert care for every new beginning.
Schedule a test drive today. There's plenty of space available. The Volkswagen Drive to Decide event. Get a Volkswagen with America's best 6-year, 72,000-mile limited warranty. Right now, you can lease a value-packed 2019 Tiguan S for just $199 a month. Now with the People First warranty.
Now everyone at home should get ready for another year of Giant's A+ School Rewards program. You can earn points and help local schools every time you use your Giant card. Thanks to you, Giant Food has been able to award over $36 million to thousands of schools since 2000. Signing up for your Giant card is easy. Simply go to giantfood.com or stop by the Customer Solutions Center at any Giant store. Experience the magic of A+ School Rewards each time you shop and help your local schools.
It's time for the grab bag round. Let's recap the scores before we start. Rockville 455, Washington Lee 425, Paul VI 310. Questions in this round are worth 20 points apiece, 30 for the visual questions. Here we go. In Chinese art, feminine beauty can be symbolized by what flowering tree? Washington Lee. Answer? In
The
3, 2,
cherry?
No, magnolia. Good guess. Although the papacy goes back many centuries, the flag of the Vatican City, Washington Lee.
Peter?
No, 1929. From what year is the stock market crash? It would take you 303 hours if you were to listen to all the music by what composer whose works include The Messiah? Paul?
Handel.
Yeah. On your screens for 30 points. When in Washington, D.C., Croatia's ambassador lives in this residence far from what capital city of Rockville?
Zagreb.
Yeah. With a depth of 7 miles, the deepest section, Washington Lee?
Mariana Trench?
We were looking for Challenger, the deepest part of the trench. That was good. Given your answer in degrees, how big is an angle, which is 1/2 its supplement? Rockville?
60.
Yes. Though its exports include timber and cocoa as well as gold, what African country was known as the Gold Coast? Washington Lee?
Yes.
Answer? In 3, 2,
Ghana.
1. Ghana's right. On your screens for 30 points. Life is an error-making and error-correcting process. That's true. This is a quote from one American scientist who, like Albert Sabin, developed a polio vaccine. Rockville.
Salk.
Jonas Salk, yes. February 13th, 2015 marked the 70th anniversary of the firebombing of what Germans? Washington Lee.
Dresden.
Yeah. Choice. The wavelength of ultraviolet radiation is longer than the wavelength of radio waves, gamma rays, or infrared. Washington Lee.
Radio waves?
No, gamma rays. Ulysses S. Grant lived for many years in an Illinois town whose G-initialed name identifies what principal or of Rockville?
A core of...
Answer in 3, 2, 1.
Gallia.
Pardon me?
Defer.
Gallia?
Wait, no, it's Galena. It's a beautiful little town. On your screen for 30 points. This 17th century engraving shows an experiment being conducted by which of Galileo's students? An Italian scientist who invented the Rockville.
Torricelli.
Defer.
Torricelli.
Torricelli is right. And that is the end of the game.
You know when you're at Ross and you find a deal on cookware that makes you say, yes. Oh yeah, bring on the holidays. That's yes for less. Everything you need to prep, cook, and serve up the season. It feels even better when you find it for less. At Ross, yes for less.
People aren't talking about how Giant's delicious Nature's Promise turkey is free from antibiotics. They're not talking about our easy grab-and-go chicken wing trays, or that our sustainable shrimp wrapped in prosciutto makes the perfect appetizer. They're also not talking about our delicious spiral ham glazed with real honey. They're not talking because they're eating. Oh, hello. That looks so good. At Giant, it's the little things that make mealtime easy, leaving more time for those closest to you during the holidays.
Experience 10 million twinkling lights at the world's most beautiful theme park and sing along on the all-new Christmas Town Express. Celebrate 10 magical years of Christmastown at Busch Gardens. One-day tickets start at $30.
Little girl in boyland, while you dwell within it, you are ever happy there.
Daddy, it's Christmas!
Childhood's joyland.
Never let go of your dreams. The Mercedes-Benz Winter Event is back. Lease the GLC 300 for $459 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
You know when you're at Ross and you realize you are the hostess with the mostest?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Yes for Less. Entertain in style all season long. It feels even better when you find it for less. At Ross, Yes for Less.
Band. Sounding amazing. All right, everybody, the scores are official. We begin with Paul VI from Fairfax, Virginia. Joey, Bethany, and Noah, 330 points. From Arlington, Washington, Lee, Duncan, Nikki, Miles, 385 points. Coming back for the playoffs, Rockville High School, Camilla, Jack, and Xander, 545 points. This was a really good competitive game. Hey, next week we have Dominion, Landon, and Westfield. I'm Hillary Howard. Thanks for sharing part of your Saturday with us. See you next time. Everyone else, come on down.